Hi, hello, and good time zone. And what is up, gamers? Hi, everyone. Welcome and hello. Hope you're having good Mondays. It's lovely to be here. Should I be concerned? Straight off the bat, should I be scared? Hi. Mash, thank you very much for the hydrate. I will have a sippy of my tea. No, this is my coffee. My tea is over there. It's over there. But thank you very much for the hydrate, and hello, how are you doing? It's lovely to see you, and welcome on in. Deliciousness, thank you very much for that. Lovely. Dan says, Sammy, no! And why? And I don't know what's wrong. I spent a good couple of minutes trying to figure out what was wrong. And I still don't know what's wrong. So I really hope nothing is wrong. Hello, Casa! It's lovely to see you. Welcome on in. Hello, hello, hello. Hope you're having a wonderful Monday. Hope everyone's having a wonderful Monday. A wonderful one day, which is what my mouth just tried to say. I hope you had good weekends as well. I vastly overfilled this paint water. So, oh no, we might not even get to use the paint water today because guess what? I haven't finished my sketch. I haven't finished my sketch. So we're gonna have to do some sketch. And oh no, you actually panicked, says Dan. I was just being a goof. Oh, Dan, you have listen, I appreciate the goof, I really do, but please also be aware about me is that if there is this even the slightest possibility that I'm being made aware of the fact that something is going horribly wrong, I'm going to assume that something has gone horribly wrong. And I was very ready to start troubleshooting. Because everything seemed fine from my end. Anyways, it was a good goof though, thank you. Wow, this sure is a cozy looking room, isn't it? The good news is I fixed Terry. Because Terry's proportions were very out of whack for the size of like the chair and the Terry. I made his arms way too short, and then as a consequence the rest of his body was like too small, so I have corrected this and made his arms a more normal length and given him a slightly less janky pose, hopefully. But unfortunately, I had a quite large and important time-sensitive task I had to tackle today, and as you may know, I've been feeling under the weather for the last few days. That hasn't ended, unfortunately, but I'm well enough to be strimming, so I'm here. Hello. But I had a quite large time-sensitive undertaking of a task that I had to do earlier today, and that ended up taking most of the day. And because it ended up taking most of the day, all I had time to do was to fix Terry's pose here, and I didn't actually have a chance to draw in the rest of the nice things that are supposed to go in the room, so we have to do that now. But that's okay. Mesh sends a hug. Thank you very much indeed. Here is a return hug. There we go. Okay, yes, I love hugs, by the way. As long as it's someone I know, then I love hugs. And I know you, so thank you very much. It's very appreciated. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Right. So I need to figure out how we're kitting out the rest of Terry's snug and comfy, cozy little study here, where he's enjoying reading his cozy little book. And I do have some thoughts about the layout, but I have yet to enact them, so things might get interesting. First of all, the first thing that I really need to establish is that there needs to be a little side table here for like a little tea situation. He's got to have some nice tea going. And I'm going to take these vitamins that I wasn't able to take earlier. I'm going to take them now, so please pardon my vitamins. If you've got any vitamins or the medicines that you need to take and you haven't taken them yet today and you need to take them around now or earlier and you haven't done yet, you should do that. There's your reminder as well as mine. So, one moment. I apologize. Oh, good job me. I did not dribble any coffee onto my top. Amazing. Yay! It felt like I maybe did. But apparently I didn't. Oh, is that? No, that's old. Okay. Great, this needs to go through the wash. At some point I got coffee on this shirt. I cannot be trusted with, like, good shirts. And this shirt is really cute. Can I just dab at that little blobbit of coffee? God, I'm so gross. I'm sorry. Anyways, this is way too much information. I'm gonna dial it back a little bit and say thank you so much for the lurk, Mayor. Very much appreciated. I hope you have a lovely, lovely lurk. This is probably the set of paints I will use to paint this scene, though I haven't fully decided whether or not I will. But these paints are really nice. This is the paint palette that I have anchored with Potter's Pink, so everything is a little bit warm, but it's not super dramatic, which I hope will be good. I washed my hair earlier, so it's really voluminous and fluffy, which means it's also falling in my face a lot. But I didn't want to, because I let it sort of dry naturally normally. I didn't want to, like, put it up into an updo or, like, braids or anything while it was damp, because then it will be a weird shape when it's down again, and I would like to, you know, maintain my beautiful natural curls as much as I can. But consequently, it is falling into my face pretty regularly. So if I disappear to go get a pair of glasses to, like, literally just stick on the top of my head, that would be why. Weird shape Sammy head. Interesting. No, Mesh, my head is a perfectly normal shape. I think. I haven't been bald since I was like, I mean, I wasn't even bald as a newborn, but you could more or less make out the shape of my head. You can't now, because I've got too much hair. My hair is very thick. But I'm like 98% sure that my head is a normal shape. You know, hats fit fairly normally. It's bumpy. There's bumps on it, but I'm pretty sure it's normal. Anyways. Neo says, oh, pretzels, it's Co's o'clock. I certainly hope so. I'll try my best. Being bald is fun, says Neo. You know what? On very, very hot days, with this much hair this thick, I have given it a lot of consideration. But one of the things I like about having long curls is that, to be honest, it actually requires minimal upkeep. And I think if I was to go bald, I would have to then continue, like, shaving it, and that's more upkeep than just, like, brushing my hair. To me, I don't know. Anyways, gets the clippers out, says Mesh. No! Don't you do it! Actually, my moderator / spouse got a haircut on Saturday, and may I just say, he is very handsome. I mean, he was handsome before, but he's looking very handsome. Anyways, Dan says, my granddad had a very big head. We called him a sniper's dream. Oh, Dan. Oh, heck. That's amazing. Neo says, okay, but listen. If you have a very, very hot day and you go bald, you need to wear a hat. You do not ever risk sunburn on your head. That is a very bad idea. Oh God, yes. Oh God, yes. Hats. Hats if you are bald. And or bald spot, hat. Don't ask me how I know. But if you have a bald spot, you hat. I do not have a bald spot, for clarity. But there are persons in my life what do. And you do not want to get sunburn on your bald spot. Anyways. But also hats are cool. And hats make you look cool. So, also true. Anyways. A sunburned scalp is not fun. Ask me how I know. Oh no! Shaving a sunburned scalp is messy. Ask me how I know, says Mira. Oh no! Are you okay? Oh heavens to Betsy, none of that sounds fun. Everyone, please, 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 when you go out, put SPF on your skin. Especially if it is a hot sunny day. But even if it doesn't seem that sunny, it's probably not a terrible idea to get a little SPF on there. It's not going to do you any harm. And it will protect you. Alternatively, just stay out of the sun. Because the sun is terrible and super unfun. Mira says it was decades ago now. I have luscious hair. Oh, lovely. Welcome to the Luscious Hair Club. Oh, goodness gracious. Oh gosh, I just flipped some of my luscious curls over my shoulder, and I can see them now, and they're being hit by both the studio light, which is just up here, and then the natural light, which is coming in from the window. And oh, Biddle boy, can I see all of my sparkly shining grays? So I love that for me. Ah, I look so old. It's great. Anyways, Neo says, I have a muted green hat saying, kindness is key and I love it so much. Oh, that sounds very, very cute. Very, very cute indeed. You're saying your hair is fabulous, says Stan. My hair, you know what? I love my hair. I feel like my hair's always tended towards the wavy, but I feel like it's gotten curlier the older I've gotten. In the last few years, it's developed more of a like a proper like ringletiness to it, and I love it so much. It's so pretty. It makes me happy. So I use a shampoo and conditioner that is for curls, and it smells like roses, and I don't know. I wanted to have like properly long hair for a really long time, and I feel like I can actually do it now. So yay. I don't own enough hats, says Casa. Shall I go buy a hat? I wholeheartedly recommend it. I wish I could be more of a hat wearer, except most of the time I need to have headphones on when I go out. Unless I know I'm going to be talking to someone the whole while, I probably have headphones on, listening to music or a podcast, or just making the sounds of the world be less inside my little ears. They're not very compatible with hats, so I don't wear hats as often as I'd like to. Boo horns. Anyways, Neo says yes, buy a hat. Also share a picture on the Discord when you have it. Thank you for linking to the Discord as well. If you are not in the Discord, you may join the Discord. It is a silly place. It's fun. We share a lot of cool stuff, and it's a nice time. I'm trying to figure out what the heck else I want there to be in this little study situation. I need some kind of very cute looking, like, side table kind of situation. Some kind of side table to have some nice little beverage of some kind on, I think. So if I pop it like here. Is this an appropriate height for a side table? I feel like it probably is. Do I just want it to kind of be... We're looking pretty much steady on, in part because that's going to be the easiest angle for me to draw the rest of this. Trying to think where I might have good hats, says Casa. There is a hat shop in the center of Oxford, which is near where I live. I have no idea if their hats are good, but there is a hat shop in the center of Oxford. It's right next to the Pret that legend has it used to be a brothel in like the 12th century or something, so you can get a sandwich and sit among the ghosts of people who were having a good time a 1,000 years ago if you want to. When you are done buying a hat. I've been to that Pret on many an occasion. They used to serve some pretty good vegetable soup. Anyways. There's a place called hatstore.co.uk that sounds pretty hat store to me, says Nia. That's probably a good shout then. If it's literally called hatstore.co.uk. I would expect in no uncertain terms that they would sell some hats. Hell yeah. Whew. Anyways, I like to make hats. They're one of my preferred knitting projects, I would say. If I'm going to be knitting something, it's probably going to be something that doesn't take an excessive amount of time, because I don't have a ton of patience. I run out of patience for projects fairly quickly. I get bored. So a hat is a good project for moi. So if you're craftsy at all, you could always knit or crochet yourself a hat as well. That's something to consider potentially. Speaking of crochet, I haven't actually done very much crochet in the last few years, but I bought myself a crochet pattern on the weekend, and I'm very, very, very excited because I'm going to crochet myself a little crocheted Highland cow. The pattern is very, very, very cute. It came upon my Instagram feed at like just the right time, and I was like, oh, yes, I need to crochet a little Highland cow to be our friend. I am going to name him Fergus, and I love him already. He's only 2 balls of wool at the moment, but I love him already. That's assuming I don't make an absolute dog's breakfast of this pattern and do just a horrible job of it, but hopefully it'll be good. It doesn't seem too overly complicated, so hopefully it's something that I can pull off. I haven't done a lot of like knitted and crocheted things. I do have a knitted woolly bear who is my little bear child who comes with us when we go on adventures. His name is Piob, and he is a very, very good boy. So there is that. And I did knit a couple of little birds a little while ago. That was a fairly simple and straightforward pattern, thankfully. But apart from that, not so much. I'm doing this as like, this table has like a secret drawer in it that's got extra little storage space for maybe a spare bookmark or some such things. But yeah, making hats is so cool, says Neo. Hell yeah, it is reasonably fast, and you can do a lot of cool stuff with it. There is a hat pattern that I used to make quite a bit of. Back in the day, like a gazillion years ago, in like the 2000s, I had an Etsy shop where I sold like knit and crocheted goods, and there was a hat that I did for a little while that had like a little cable knit pattern going up the top of it, and it's such a good type of thing to do cable knitting on because it's not very big. So you get a lot of like, it's effective, it looks really, really cool, but you didn't have to actually do that much of it, so it doesn't take that long, which was really great. But I actually had a long conversation with someone over the weekend about why I don't sell sort of handcrafted stuff, like as a business or anything. And a big part of the reason is just it's not very cost effective for a lot of people, and I don't think that it would be very cost effective for me. So I said, no, I'm gonna stick with like art prints and that ilk of things. Speaking of, mark your calendars, this Friday the 13th. This Friday the 13th, you heard it here first, we are updating the shop on Friday the 13th. There's going to be some cool new spooky stuff, some cool new cozy stuff, an entire new bit of stationery type product, I guess you could say, that is being added to the shop on Friday. If you've seen my socials, you probably can guess what it is. It's not that big of a deal, but it's the first time I've done them, so I'm really excited. And I really hope that people like them. It's bookmarks. I've done some bookmarks. But there's some really cute things, and I really hope that people like them, and I'm really, really excited. So, yeah. I will update as we get closer to that time. But yeah, that's something to look out for if that's the kind of thing that you might be into. Feel free to tell your friends. I'd love to break even. I really, really, really would. Anyways. Oh, you're Savalois Lino. How's it going? It's lovely to see you, and welcome on in. Hello, hello, hello. Hello. Neo says, my partner made a hat for her D&D character. That's adorable. The character's a bard, so the hat is super extravagant with feathers on the side and music notes hand-painted on the fabric. It's gorgeous. Neo, that is so stinking cool. That is so very, very cool. I love it. I love it. I love it. That is absolutely lovely. I need more... I don't really have any like wearables for my Dungeon Dragon character, except I guess I do have a jade necklace that I did kind of get myself with them in mind because it's thematically appropriate. But apart from that, oh man, now I'm jealous that my Dungeon Dragon character doesn't have a hat. I mean, the thing is, their hair is really cool, so I don't know if they'd want to cover it up. But anyways, Tiny Sammy Pencil, yes, it's still going, Lino. It is still going. I did not think that it would be persisting for this long, but it is still going. It is getting very difficult to use. It is getting so difficult to use, but I persist because I'm a silly sausage. Anyways, my Instagram page is up, just in case I need to display any websites later, and I just noticed I have 666 followers on Instagram. That's a fun number. No hat yet, says Lino. That's true. That's true. There's plenty of adventures to come, I'm sure, and potential hats could arise at any time. Neo says, my partner doesn't stream anymore, so I can't, advertise her, but I just like yelling about how awesome she is and how much I love her and her creativity, and we love to see it. That's really sweet and lovely. We love a supportive partner in this chat. Hello.
Attention.
Twitch user Sammy Kelsch.
Shoppers.
Hello, Sammy Ann. Hello, Rankers. Welcome on in. Hello, hello, hello. How are you doing? Oh, it is wonderful to see you. Hello, hello, and thank you so much for the raid. Let me get a shout out for Sammy Ann in the chat. How are you doing? Can I spell correctly? Yes, I can! Yay! Everyone, if you're not following Sammy Ann, please go do that. Sammy Ann does some of the loveliest artworks I ever did see. And is also a very, very cool, nice person. So, hello. Let the art adventure continue, says Sammy Ann. Hell yeah, welcome in. How are you doing? How was your stream? What did you get up to today? It's so nice to see you. And happy Monday as well. And happy Monday to everyone who is here. I should introduce myself for anyone who's just come in and is new to the stream. Hi. My name is Twitch user Sammy Kelsch. I'm a variety streamer. I do cozy art streams on Mondays and Thursdays. I do cozy game streams on Fridays. Possible interesting surprises to come later in the year. When streaming is done, I may be making some very minor programming changes, which hopefully will be fun for everybody. So keep your eyes peeled for that in a month and a half. Anyways, but yeah, hi. We were working on some mythical ponies for a sticker design. That sounds amazing. And I love it already. If there's anything that you would like to share with us, as always, you can feel free to pay your art tax. Whether that is what you were working on today, or if you would like us to go take a look at your Instagram, happy to do either, or both, or whatever. I'm just happy you're here. And I love to share. Are we painting for Frog Mage? We are. It is Terry the Forg Mage, and he is reading a book in his cozy little study. And as you can see, I did not have time to finish the sketch because I was very unwell over the weekend. And then I was really busy with this very annoyingly long project-y, tasky thing today that ended up taking all day, being more complicated than I anticipated it being. It's one of those things where you think to yourself, oh good, I'm just gonna be copy pasting stuff out of this document and into this form, and then it turns out that oh no, the question set is different enough that that I'm going to have to do a lot more work than that. So that's what I was doing today. It was extremely boring. Yay! Anyways, Neo says, I mean, if you insist, gets at them. No, please. No. Anyways. Let's go see the Insta if you'd like. I would love to. Lino says, I read that initially as painting fromage. And I mean, do I now want to do a sticker sheet of a bunch of cute little cheese guys? Yes, of course I do. But I'm lactose intolerant, so that probably wouldn't be wise. Anyways. Yes, let's mosey on over to Instagram. Let me get that set up real quick. Yeah. One of my favorite things about Instagram at the moment is that it is very restrictive in terms of the dimensions of the thing that you post. So, for instance, if your piece of artwork is too long, It's really hard to display. So here's the bottom half of this painting. This is a completed piece of my work for anybody who's new here and wants to know what the heck my art looks like when it's not a little pencil sketch. This is a completed piece of mine. There's the whole thing. But oh, biddle boy, was it very difficult to figure out how to get this to look okay on Instagram. And not just show a crop that's like the middle bits. Which is a nice gradient with some stars, I suppose, but kind of misses out on the instrumental portions of the piece, which admittedly is a bit of a long boy. And y'all probably remember this one because we painted it on stream, and I didn't know what I was doing with regard to the painting of rocks, and it shows maybe, but oh, who cares? I'm still happy with it. Anyways, this is Sammy Ann. And once again, if you're not following Sammy Ann, you can do that. Let me get another shout out to you in the chat. I could have written fromage after all, says Sammy Ann. Oh no, they've got a little weird on that lately, says Sammy Ann. Back in time dimensions. Yep. Very fun. Very, very fun. I love that for me. I love that for all of us. Anyone who doesn't do a piece of artwork that's like a square, it's gonna get a little weird about it, which is, very annoying. Oh no! Mesh says, oh, that flashing to white jump scared me. I'm so sorry. Are you okay? I hope you're okay. I'm so sorry. You can paint lactose-free cheese, says Neo. That's true. You can paint a baby bell. Anyways, this is Sammy Ann's art, and isn't it just wonderful? I think this popped up on my Instagram page just as it like refreshed, and I didn't mean to open Instagram, and then it disappeared. When it does that thing where you're looking at something and then it refreshes and it's like, here's the new post, and it's like, I wasn't finished looking at that old post and now I don't know where it's gone. Anyways, that was this for me. So I'm very, very, very happy to see it again, because look at this little dragon friend having a little cup of tea with their buddy in a little meadow. This is exactly 100,000% my vibe, and it's such a lovely little moment. I absolutely adore these friends. They are so sweet, and this is such a lovely little piece. I don't know why, but I just love, like, I love the roundness of the dragon's tummy. Something about that just feels very cute to me. They are just a very cute dragon, and I love them very much. I love the texture on their scales. I love how delicious that tea looks. This is such a good piece, and I love it. And then look at this friend! Oh, a jewelry collector. Look how fancy. Look at all their shinies. Oh, I love this for them. That is so stinking cute. Oh, I have to imagine that their hoard is absolutely gorgeous. That is so precious. And look at their floofy like dragon's mane. So stinking cute. So stinking cute. Yes, if you're not following Sammy Ann, please go do that. And another one. Oh no, this one is a very creative fellow, I can tell. Interesting usage of gouache there from this adorable little dragon. Oh, but look at them. I would love to see what they end up painting. If they decide to do some painting with that, because I bet it's going to be stinking cute. Almost as cute as them. Anyways, good dragons, good art, good streamer. Give Sammy Ann a follow. Thank you so much for the raid. Let me do another shout out for you. Huh. Hell yeah. Okay, we did it. Anywho, let me catch up with the chat. Hello. Linus says, Instagram insisting on being big old squares is just Zuckerberg projecting. Honestly. They are lovely rocks, says Sammy, and oh, thank you. I'm okay, says Mesh. My room just lit up. Oh, being friend-shaped, says Lino. Hell yeah. I love drawing friend-shaped creations, says Sammy, and you do it so well, and we love to see it. Getting jump scared by light, says Casa. Honestly, that is such a mood. My moderator / spouse and I, unsurprisingly, because of the / spouse thing, live together. And we try to be very mindful of giving each other a heads up if we're going to switch on the big light in the room. Because sometimes that's an unpleasant surprise when you're not prepared for it. And I am never prepared for the big light, so there you go. Anyways. Sammy says, I am a dark den goblin, so I get the light bomb surprise. 100%. I feel it. Anytime I've had like a day job situation where I have to share an office and everyone insists on having every single light on in the room, and I'm like, why? We have a massive bay window. There's plenty of natural sunlight. It's daytime and I can see just fine. What is wrong? You know, I recognize entirely that some people need a brighter light situation in order to be able to see properly. But me, on the other hand, I'm very sensitive to that much light and end up wearing sunglasses inside the office, and I worry when that happens that people think that I'm hungover when in fact I no, I'm not a drinky-doo person. I am a please no more light. Dark mode plugins for browsers are a godsend, says Lino. Sets Sammy's Discord to light mode, says Bash. Ah, no! We shall see what the orange tabby may create, says Sammy, and yes, I would love to see it. I prefer a gray or beige mode, says Casa. Ooh, taupe. I would like a taupe mode. That would be nice. That'd be nice. Dark mode is a compromise. I actually don't mind light mode on certain things. It really varies for me. I don't know, I'm weird like that. I don't mind some websites on light mode. I mean, this is on light mode, I suppose, and I don't mind it. Anyways, chat, I've taken you on the bus. We're going on an adventure. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. I look forward to wherever we may wind up. Good stuff. Oh no. I think when I erased Terry's legs, I kind of erased the foot of this chair, so let me try and kind of put that back in. These chair feet make no sense. Just don't pay too much attention to them. Are they a little bit wonky? Yes, but you know what? Maybe he whittled them by hand, okay? That's nice. But anyways, yeah. Sammy says, it doesn't hurt to ask, though. I had a coworker who'd walk in, flick on a switch, and say, that's better. What are y'all, vampires? Giggle and walk off to the kitchen for the... Yes! That kind of attitude is just so... It's presumptuous, and I feel like I've been in a lot of situations where people presuppose that what their preference is everyone else's preference, and that therefore, like, it's weird that you're not conforming to my preferences, if that makes sense. So, to be like, you know, to walk into an office where the temperature is set down to, like, let's say, sort of 19 degrees on the thermostat, and just immediately, without asking anybody else in the room, whack it up to, like, 22 and then sit down, and be like, oh my god, it was so cold in here! It's like, everybody else was fine, Charisse. Have you considered going to the doctor and seeing whether or not your iron is low? You know? Also, iron supplements for the win. I say this because I started taking an iron supplement on the, like, dedicated regular a few years ago, because one summer I just started having cravings for, like, eating ice cubes. I just wanted to, like, I would get the ice cubes at the end of my cold beverage and I would just crunch on them, and I would just make ice and, like, put, like, sheets of ice in the freezer so that I could, like, crunch on the ice, and I thought it was just, like, a nice refreshing snack because it was cold. And then I found out by way of a YouTuber who had the same craving that they found out that it was a symptom of your iron is low, and so I started taking an iron supplement, and wouldn't you know it, within a couple of weeks I didn't want to eat ice anymore. So I wonder why. That's so weird. Anyways, somehow the sentence "we're going on an adventure" makes me worried for my kidneys. Oh no, I hope your organs are okay. My bus would be soggy for a while if we're going to Sammy's, says Sammy, and this is true, unless it's an Airbus, or very, very, very well, or like a sub bus marine. I don't know. Anyways, I haven't tidied, and I've only got enough dinner for 2, so please don't come over. Also, I hope I haven't doxed myself, but please don't come to my house. I love you all, but you don't want to subject yourselves to my house. Anyways. Do we want to go on the train, Casa? I always want to go on the train. Are you kidding me? Yes. Sam says, that was my whole thing during pregnancy. I walked into the checkup with a glass of ice chips and my doctor said, we got an iron problem. Ah. See, I had no idea that was a thing. I wonder what it is about ice crunch that is like, oh, you need enough iron. I don't, like, the connection is very strange and confusing to me. I was thinking about it recently because there was a YouTuber who made a video about people who buy, like, bits of, like, clay and dirt and stuff on Etsy to crunch on and eat. And the wondering being, is this a mineral deficiency? And it got me thinking about that to me makes more sense in my brain as like, oh, there is a mineral that's in this clay that is making me want to munch and crunch on it, versus ice doesn't have iron in it, so why would I want to eat ice? I don't know. Anyways, now I want ice cream because Lino said, are we getting ice cream? I would like some ice cream. I'll take a vegan Magnum, please, if they're going. I recently discovered that I really like vegan Magnums. This is bad information for me to have because they sell them at my local supermarché, so they're super easy for me to buy. Oh no. Anyways, Mesh says, if I come over and bring cake, can I get a piece of paper so I can draw along the background? Yes, of course you can. I do have extra paper. I've got, there's like 7 or 8 sheets left on this block. You can have one of them. Or if you'd rather have just like regular drawing paper, I've got a thingy of that as well. Cassa says, remember, if you live in the Northern Hemisphere, to take vitamin D from September to April. There's a vitamin D spray that you can get at Boots. It's mint flavored, and you just spritz one time into your mouth in the mornings, and you're done. It's great. Anyways, but yeah. Nia says, I mean, my organs are not fine mood, but I think my kidneys are. Hopefully. I would hope so for you. I hope your organs are as well as they can be. Are we going to Tesco? Asks Mesh. Not sponsored, please sponsor me. Cassis says Morrison's. Both is good. I used to, oh man, there's a Morrison's within sort of a short drive's distance from my in-laws' house, and oh, biddle boy, do I love visiting the big Morrison's on the holidays and going to the Morrison's Cafe and getting a mince pie and a mid but drinkable cup of coffee. Oh, I love it so much. I have a nostalgia for Morrison's because it was my local supermarket when I first moved to the country. So I always get a little nostalgic for Morrison's. I mean, there is a Waitrose near me now, which I do my normal supermarket shops in, but I miss Morrison's. Anyways, I live near an excellent Morrison's with a whole street food section. Oh, that's nice. That's very, very nice. Love that as well. Morrison's Cafe was incredible when I could have one, when I had one I could get to, says Lino. Morrison's Cafe is great. It really is great. Nice sandos. I can't really speak for the rest of the food, but I can tell you the baked goods are nice, the sandwiches are nice, and the coffees are good. It's all good. Neo says, personally, I'd advocate talking to your doctor about blood testing instead of taking supplements on your own account. So overdosing can be as much of a can of worms as underdosing, but y'all know your body's best. I would definitely be cautious against taking too much of things. Like, there are certain vitamins where if you get too much of them, you will just pee it out, without issue, within reason. Sort of within the limits of human consumption. There are other vitamins, though, that your body can store, and if you take too much of those in one go, you can have unintended, not good side effects. So if you are going to supplement, do your research, be careful, and if you are concerned, speak to a medical professional. So there you go. Yeah, anyways. But yeah. There are some... And also, don't just go off of, like, supplement adverts that you see on, Instagram. 'Cause, oh boy, I get so many ads for supplements on Instagram. And I've just started blocking every account that I get supplement ads for on Instagram because they're just so... they're so, if you think about it for like 5 seconds, they're very obviously full of garbage. And if you look at what's actually in a lot of the supplements, it's like, there is no way that any of this is going to do the things that they say it's going to do. So, or like, they'll be like, oh, we have all these superfood ingredients, but it's like not 0.0004 of a gram of that superfood ingredient. And I'm like, that, just eat a kiwi fruit. At that point, just eat a kiwi fruit. It'll be cheaper and it has more vitamins and fiber. Anyways, Sammy Ann's doing a lurk. Have a lovely lurk. Cassie says, I had to overdose on folic acid for ages because of my other meds. Absolutely. If you are on medications and you would like to take another something, speak to your doctor because they may interact with each other. And sometimes you may not be able to predict what these interactions may be. I am not a medical professional, and you should not listen to me about anything. Anywho. Except for, the only thing that you should listen to me about is take any Instagram supplement ads with a massive grain of salt. Because, man, some of them seem real sketchy to me. Like, really sketchy. Hello, what? Cassie says, some lady just threw a water bottle at the security... Is everybody okay? Are you okay? Are you okay? I hope you're okay. That's terrifying. Wow. What a day. Oh boy, okay. I'm just gonna keep drawing this table leg. That's what I'm gonna do. How long does this need to be? Because it needs to be a little bit perspective. The bane of my existence. This table is slightly behind this chair. Why am I doing this to myself? I am asking you because I don't know. Slightly behind this chair, so it's like here-ish. Oh, I don't like that. Oh, I don't like that. No, I don't like that line. Hold up. I narrowed it down a little bit too much. So it comes down here. It doesn't. Yeah. If I make the leg just a little bit thicker, then it's not like tangenting so much, which I would rather it didn't do. So there you go. We've got a question from the chat. Lino wants to know, hey Sammy, are we doing yet more bookcases? Lino, however would you guess that we may be doing bookcases based on this obvious painting of a cozy study? We sure are. We sure are. Neo says that is very correct. I listen to a podcast called Science Cops. Unfortunately, German only. Ah, beans. Well, I mean, I speak some German, but for anyone in chat who doesn't, sorry, Schade, who talk about people who do false claims in scientific context. A big part of what they have to talk about is Instagram influencers advocating nutritional supplements. The market is to a great degree unregulated because, long story short, no one feels responsible. Yeah, because a lot of the things, like, they're not exactly treated like drugs. They're not exactly treated like foods. So there's a lot of very sketchy gray area stuff. There's a lot of not very well-founded research. There are a lot of ingredients where there is research, but it's like, it's inconclusive, or maybe the dosage that was used in the study was different. The statistically significant results of the study were... Statistical significance is not the same thing as it will actually make a demonstrable difference in your life, for instance. So, you know, they might notice, like, a difference in, like, 0.5% of whatever levels, which is enough for statistical significance, but not necessarily enough to actually be noticeable when you're taking a thing. So yeah, it's a whole can of kettles of fun. Anyways, hi Aoife, welcome in. How are you doing? Lovely to see you. Welcome on in. Hello. I had also the words clinically proven. What does that mean? What does that mean? May I see your data? I'm doing great. How about you? I'm doing pretty good. I'm drawing some very janky, possibly homemade table legs at the moment for this little side table. Where Terry is is reading a book. And I've had quite a Monday. I had quite a weekend. When I say I had quite a weekend, I didn't do very much. My moderator / spouse got a haircut, which was very exciting. But apart from that, it's been a pretty oh my god, why is this worse? No! This table leg looks like a sad carrot. How did I do that? Okay, let me try again. In German law, local police is responsible for nutritional distribution, which is not prepared for internet marketing in any way at all. No, yeah, absolutely. And you can just order, like, vitamins to be shipped from other countries, and in fact, I have done so. It is a frustrate. I did actually buy a something. Oh, I wanted to get some, I think it was like spirulina or something. I was adding spirulina to my smoothies. Because it genuinely is a fairly healthy ingredient. But but this specific brand of, like, spirulina had, like, the claims were like, oh, in just 2 weeks, all of your skin troubles will clear up, and your stress will be lower, and your periods will be normal, and all this, that, and the other, and I'm like, it's not gonna do all that. It's not gonna do bupkis that you can notice. It's just... It helps you not be malnourished, because there's some vitamins in there, probably. Anyways, clinically proven is slightly less authoritative than studies suggest, and much less honest. Ooh, studies suggest. Ugh. Very, very frustrating. Likewise, there, I think, in terms of, like, looking at the science of things and how frustrating it can be sometimes and how misleading it can be sometimes. I think I've read up more on skincare-y type stuff, because there are certain things where there are, like, questions, like, in terms of, thank you, Lino, thank you. I absolutely meant to put that back on before the stream, but I got waylaid by other things and didn't get a chance, so let me fix that real quick. But, so sunscreen, it has been noted that I think the way that I think manufacturers evaluate the efficacy of, like, stick sunscreen is not great, because if you actually, like, apply it to your skin in what doesn't feel like an insanely thick layer, like you take your sunscreen stick and you go swipe, and you're done, right? You'd have to go, like, swipe to actually get the amount of, like, UV protection that they say that it gets on the label, for most sunscreen sticks, apparently, which is really annoying, because the stick sunscreen is the most tolerable I can find on my skin, but I'm also aware of the fact that, like, it says it's SPF, like, 50, but there's a chance that based on the way I've applied it, it's more like, you know, SPF, like, 10, which is probably better than 0, but it's still not awesome. So I do have a sunscreen stick, but I will use, like, the sunscreen lotion in the mornings, and then if I need to top up later on in the day, like I'm going back outside again, I will use the stick then. Because, yeah, anyways, thank you for letting me know about Terrible Drawing Time. It is a thing that you can redeem today. I just, I forgot to switch it back on. I'm so sorry. Yeah, Neos is a big one to be careful about. Is statistically significant. An effect of 0.01% improvement can be statistic if it occurs in 95 out of 100 cases. But that says nothing about effect strength. Exactly. That's like, okay, yes, it has made a change, but is that going to be a demonstrable, measurable change if, like, a human is actually using this product? No. No, it is not. So, from a statistical study perspective, yes, you've demonstrated that this has had an effect, but in practical, like, human use terms, that's nothing. Anyways, Aoife says, fresh spirulina will let you see people's aura if they don't promise it. If they don't promise that, it was probably dry, frozen, and rehydrated. Oh, biddle boy. Oh no, Neos is a hyper-focused topic of mine is mentioned in stream, but I really want a coffee. Oh no, I will go lurk and get coffee now. Have a lovely coffee getting, Neo. I love that for you. I am also having a delicious coffee. This is a blend because I've just run out of my last lot of beans, which were a washed bean from Mexico named Xicotepec, which I'm probably horribly mispronouncing because I do not speak the Mexican Spanish, or any Spanish for that matter, but it was delicious. But I had to add in a little bit of a coffee called Sol de Mañana, and I do not remember where it is from, but I'm pretty sure it was also washed coffee, but a funkier washed coffee. Anyways, oh no! Lino has redeemed a terrible drawing. What a surprise! Well, I guess I'll have to finish the drawing this table afterwards. I'm just gonna pop in the remains of this leg, because it's gonna bother me if I don't. There, okay, we have a table leg, and you know what? Frankly, it's good enough. So let's just go with that. Hey, Vyokadu, how's it going? Lovely to see you. Welcome on in. We have a terrible drawing time to do, so let me grab my terrible drawing paper, which of course is on the other side of the studio, like a gosh dang champion that I am. Okay, here we are, the old terrible drawing canvas. And I have to draw, and I love this for us. Long crack bandicoot tying his shoelaces. I hate it. I hate it so much. This is going to be so bad. Anyways, good morning, Vyokadu. I hope you're having a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful Monday. It's lovely to see you. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, I love that. Oh, thank you. This is my attempt at drawing, and without sight unseen, drawing my attempt at the Pokemon Sliggoo. That was it. Aoife says, so Friday we still had 36-ish here. Oh, like all summer. That's too warm. Now water started falling from the sky yesterday, like in the old legends, and tomorrow will be 10 degrees C. Cannot tell you how excited I am. I'm so excited for you. That sounds so good. Alrighty, it's terrible drawing time, so allow me to explain. For 5,000 channel points, you get to give me 5 minutes on the clock to draw a character or concept of your choosing from memory or sight unseen on the terrible drawing canvas, which is this. This is one of my fellow D&D adventurers named Twig, and they are attempting to climb a bookcase. They rolled a 12, so they are doing pretty well, but with a little bit of difficulty. It's a very silly. This is the Pokemon Sliggoo. This is my farmer in Stardew Valley. His name is Jiff. And he's married to Harvey the doctor. He's made pickles. Oh, speaking of, I opened a jar of pickles yesterday. I bought myself a jar of pickles as a snack, and they are so good. I had these really good pickles on a hot dog when I went to Denmark, and I was like, damn, I wish I could bring these pickles home with me, which I couldn't because because of liquid restrictions. But I was like, I wonder if I could get similar pickles from the, like, Nordic groceries store in London. And lo and behold, they were on sale for £1.99, and I got myself a jar, and they are so stinking delicious. I am restricting myself hard from eating an entire jar at once because that will give me the heartburn because it's very acidic. But they're so yummy. So yummy. So, yeah. I had my phone open to set my timer for 5 minutes, and then I got distracted talking about pickles. So here's 5 minutes on the clock, and I have to try and draw Crack Bandicoot tying his shoelaces. Okay. So, how am I gonna do? I'm gonna put him kind of like here, I think. And this is gonna be incredibly cursed. So, I'm gonna have to go sideways for starters. So he's gonna be looking down at his shoes. Like so. Okay. So he's like this. It's got a little. I I hate that there is now Crack Bandicoot and also Long Crack Bandicoot. I hate it a lot. I hate it so much. Why have I done this to myself, you may well ask. Or maybe you won't ask because you are absolutely freaking horrified by my attempt at drawing Crash Bandicoot from memory. Which it turns out is really bad. Okay, that's not long enough. Hold on. He needs to be longer. He needs to be longer. This is so cursed. What was the prompt? It was Long Crack Bandicoot tying his shoelaces. Am I quiet today? Am I quiet? Is the mic... The mic is more or less where it can be. Is my volume correct? Yes, my volume is full. It's possible that my speaking voice is just quiet. Because I'm the worst. And very tired. And not feeling super awesome. Okay, and I can't remember how I did like the hands arms situation for this. So I'm just gonna kind of it's gonna be cursed. Whatever happens, it's gonna be. Wait, did I have him in like high tops? I feel like I maybe had him in like high tops, so I'm gonna try and correct that. And then he's got his little jeans. Or is he in jeans or is he in shorts? I can't remember. I think he's in little like jeans, and then he's got his little belt here, and a little pocket, and a little butt pocket as well. And then he's got his arms, which can't quite reach, his shoelaces, which need tying. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no, this is going not great for him, I feel. Oh dear. He's trying his best, but it's not working super well, I feel like. Oh no. Oh buddy. This is I hate it. I hate it so much. He's like, oh geez, I cannot. The crazy lady seems to be gone, says Casa. That's good. I hope everyone is safe. I still advocate for a long crack set of emotes. You know what? I'm gonna have to look and see what number of emotes that I have. I could do a little emote switch up. Because we've had some of the same emotes for a long time that I feel like nobody needs emotes of my face, surely. And, well, one person... Honestly, sometimes it just takes one person in the chat asking for something to make it happen. I'm very people-pleasy. I don't know if that's good. But anyways, that is delightfully cursed, says Lina. Well, I'm glad you approve. Because I hate this. This is horrifying and very sad. Because I have done it in a way such that he is unable to reach his shoes! Why would I do this to myself? He should be crouching or something. But instead, no, he's just trying to bend over to do... is bad. This is bad, and I hate it, and I hate that this exists, and I'm so sorry. On the other hand, it wasn't my idea, and I hope you're happy. So, I hope you like this terrible drawing. Thank you. That was fun. Now then, where was I? Oh, yes. Drawing the legs onto Terry's cozy little side table. That was it. Anywho. My face has been hurting a lot lately. I've got TMJ stuff, and it is just really wanting to rear its ugly head at the moment, which is 0 out of 10. Do not recommend. It's actually been fine for like quite a while, and it's back. which, yay! There's one of the back legs. Here. And it looks shorter because that's how perspective works. Shrug. The other leg is concealed by this bit of the chair, so there is a normal number of legs, you just can't see one of them because it's back here. Oh no, my tonsils hurt when I yawn, says Casa. Oh no. Have a drink of water if you need to. Goodness gracious, what an amazing sight to come back to, says Neo. Oh my goodness, thank you for not leaving immediately. I would not have blamed you if you did. Oh, goodness gracious. Anyways, okay. So let us just, establish a nice little situation here. Little teacup. Nice little teacup, and accompanying it is going to be a happy little teapot. Like so. There. Yay! Terry is now well equipped with tea and stuff. Oh goodness. Okay, Will wants home, says Casa, waiting for the bus again. I'm watching the trams. Oh, the trams! I'm so jealous. I am sad sometimes that I live in a place that doesn't have trams. I like trams. Trams are fun. Trams are good. Trams are a nice way to get around. Trams are my friends. I like if you've been to Manchester and you've taken the trams, you will know that when the tram does its honks its little horn, it doesn't honk a little horn, it toots a little toot. It makes a little sound like toot. It's so cute. I love the little toot. It's just it's very, very cute. I like it. I like it very, very much. There are a few. There aren't a lot of public transit systems that I've been on that I genuinely disliked, to be fair. Some buses are worse than others, but I think in general buses are all right. But I do get very excited about some trams and light rail systems and metros and trains. Hell yeah. What I will say with regard to public transit systems that I've experienced in my life is that, man, some of the drivers on the Brussels Metro take off way too fast. It's like, okay, we're sitting here, we are going at full speed. I was in Brussels for like 2.5 days, and in that time, I managed to witness an older lady fall over on the tram because the driver took off so quickly. It was like, dude, how can you be in this much of a hurry? What's going on? It was, oh boy. Cassie says, did I tell you another relative of mine is pregnant? Because another relative is pregnant. Congratulations to your relative! Hell yeah! That's so exciting! Congratulations! I hope this is an opportunity to do some more adorable baby crafts and stuff. That's one of the best things is when someone you know who isn't you gets pregnant, so you get to do all the fun little crafty things. Like, here, I made you a little blanket. I crocheted you this little blanket, or I made them a little hat, or I did a little cross stitch for their room, you know? Just all the cute, fun little baby projects that are so stinking cute. But also you don't have to change nappies. It never ends, says Casa. Oh, goodness gracious. Very, very, very true. Very true indeed. Well, you'll be delighted to know that I'm not pregnant, so that's something, I guess. But yeah. Anyways, what was I gonna say? Oh, yes, the person that I got the Highland Cow crochet pattern from also had a pattern for like little chickens, like real little chickens, and I also got the little tiny chicken pattern, and I think I'm gonna make a couple of little chickens, and I'm really excited to make little chickens. The only thing about the Highland cow is that it turns out I have the wrong size of eyes for it, because he uses those little plastic safety eyes. I have 12mm eyes, and the pattern calls for 6mm eyes. So either he's gonna have huge eyes, or I'm gonna have to buy some more eyes. Heck. Because I bought the 12mm eyes for a different project that I ended up not doing because I ended up having a terrible time with that pattern. But yeah, Indigo, hello, welcome in. How are you doing? It is very, very lovely to see you, and welcome on in. Hello. Hope you're having a wonderful, wonderful day. I need to decide how else I'm going to lay out this room. As you can see, I'm kind of just improvising as I go. We've got a little side table. I've just had a Discord notification that apparently there was a clip. I don't know if I can look at the clip right now without breaking the stream, but I look forward to seeing what the hell I did later on. I suspect it will be cursed, or I said something stupid. Anyways, someone brought me a crochet cactus kit, says Casa. Oh, bless, but I can't crochet, and so I gave it to my colleague. She now has a crochet cactus in her room. Oh, bless. That's really sweet. I used to crochet all the time, and then I stopped because I kind of had to pivot to other hobbies that didn't entail putting as much new stuff into the house. Because I was like, okay, I have just a massive bag of completed crochet projects that I don't need, that I don't want to sell, and I don't know enough people to give to as gifts. Thank you for the hydrate, Cass. I'm going to take a sip it. Put it in Discord, says Lino. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. And once again, if anyone isn't in the Discord and wants to join the Discord, you can do that. I'll pop another link in the chat. Because I think it's been a wee while. Also, I did mention it at the top of stream, but I will mention it again now that mark your calendars for what's it day? Give me a second, I'll get there. Mark your calendars for Friday the 13th. That's right, the shop is updating on the 13th of September. That is this Friday. I'm very excited for some of the cool stuff that we've got coming up, and I think it's going to be a lot of fun, and I hope that y'all like it. Feel free to tell your friends. It's going to be some very nice autumnal stuff, some spooky stuff, some very cozy stuff as well, and I think it's going to be a good time, and I do hope that people enjoy it, and I hope I sell a lot of things because I'm running out of space in my studio for all of this merch. Anyway, thank you very much for redeeming the old-timey mid-Atlantic accent for the next 5 minutes, Cass. I very much do appreciate it. Thank you indeed. Friday the 13th. Fine choice for spooky stuff, says Lino. Yes, and it was very much on purpose. And absolutely not because I intended to do an update on September the 1st and ran out of time to get everything printed before going away to Denmark. Oh well. Anywho. I almost accidentally closed the chat bot, so that's fun. Now then. And I just dropped a whole bunch of papers off of the desk, so also very, very fun indeed. Now, whatever was I about to draw? Does anyone know? I was trying to think of what I can have sort of here behind Terry in the room, looking nice and cozy and stuff. And I'm wondering if this might be a good space to just put the window actually. To have sort of a nice big cozy window here, and you can maybe see a little bit of the woods outside and all that jazz outside of his comfortable cozy little cottage. I thought that might be quite nice, but I simply don't know, and it's very difficult to make a choice. Here's what it looks like so far, and I think that a cozy vibe is being hopefully expressed through this bit of pencil strokes. I don't know. Anyways. We've got some tea on the side table there. I think that helps definitely as well, and a very, very well loved chair. You can see where it's sort of patched up, and it's the arms are wearing a little bit. Got a nice little hand crocheted doily at the back there. All that good stuff. But now I'm in a bit of a humdinger of a conundrum, if I may say so. because I'm trying to trying to decide what to put in the back there, and I guess the real question that I have is what shape? So I do think that I do want to have a window back here, but do I want to do a sort of a nice round window? Would that be quite cozy to have it sort of be a sort of an archway of a window rather than just a rectangle? Would that be cozy? Is that a cozy window shape? I feel like that's a bit of a cozy window shape, but I just don't know. Well, I suppose we can try and see how it looks. Now, as for getting a good sort of semicircle top bit of the window, is this going to be too small? I feel like this is a little bit too small. But do I have anything just a shade larger than that? Just a smidge, not quite as big as the circumference of the mug, say, which is a little bit too big. And this also, I think, is a little bit too big potentially. But do I have anything in between those things? Hold up, what's this? I have this little shot glass. It's a little bit bigger than the ink bottle, but not that much bigger. Let's see, how's that look? That's still a little bit tittle. Still a little bit wee. Not feeling it. What do indeed? And where did this go? There it is. Okay. Goodness gracious. Right. Now, I have this absolutely horrifying. Oh, okay. So, I just want everyone to just absolutely brace themselves for what they're about to see, because it is one of my moderator / spouse's paint water jars, and it's well, it's very interesting to look at. Let's put it that way. It's very interesting. And here I was thinking that my paint water thing was messy. Not to put my moderator / spouse on blast about anything, because, you know, he's wonderful and he does a wonderful job, and I'm very, very happy to be married to him, but my goodness, this is a very well loved paint water jar. And you know what? That's just because he loves painting stuff, and he does it a lot, and also he does airbrushing, so this thing is just covered in, like, it just has, like, a coating of airbrush. This used to be clear glass. It was a yogurt pot. But it's been airbrushed so many times that it is, like, opaque, which is impressive. Okay, so I'm gonna actually want to maybe turn this onto its side to kind of see what I'm doing here, because I need about half the circle. Ugh. Oh no, it's moved. It moved. Oh no. Okay, I'm gonna have to start over because it moved. Ugh. Anyways. Indigo says, no, do not slurp this. Do not slurp this. You will surely perish. This is not for human consumption. Oh my goodness gracious. No. No. Absolutely not. I have no idea if all of the paints used in the doing of this are non-toxic. I think maybe if I situate it about here, maybe. Okay, I'm gonna have to turn the whole piece, because I don't want to accidentally draw over any existing stuff on the other side. Okay. Alright. We have an archway of a window, and I actually think that looks pretty good so far. So, yeah, happy with that. The lines are a little bit scruffy and a little bit mismatched, but I can hopefully fairly easily resolve that. And obviously this will become somewhat rustic, like wood framed window anyway, so it doesn't really matter if it's not 100% perfect, but I wanted a reasonably circular base to start with so that it didn't look too weird at the end of it. But I think this is, and it's a nice good sized window, and you know what's nice about having a good sized window in the study as well? Natural light to read by during the day is very nice and cozy, and two, It also means that there's this entire area that isn't going to be covered in bookshelves. Yay! Because, I mean, this is still a study and it is still going to be some bookshelves. Because I can't stop myself, apparently. Listen. Listen, if we had to pick a core suffix aesthetic to put Terry into, it would be somewhere in the vicinity of like frog core, cottage core, and soft academia all at once. But soft academia, because when I hear dark academia, the first time I heard dark academia, I didn't think of like, oh, the hallowed halls of the University of Oxford, where like I'm and a lot of it is like very bland offices actually. Though a lot of it is really, really beautiful, but a lot of it is also bland offices. But I just think like when I think dark academia, I just think of like, you know, when I was an academic and everyone I knew at the time like just, you know, smoked to cope. That's what I think of when I think of dark academia. Is just like, none of us are earning enough money to live, and we're working 70 hours a week. Yay! Sorry, that got a bit bleak. Moving on. But this is soft academia, so he's not tying himself to the academy. He is just doing things at his own pace and doing magic and learning interesting things and you know, broadening his own knowledge base in order to be a better adventurer. That's all. It's softness and goodness and the kinds of things I aspire to. I like that currently on camera you can just see the tip of the pencil, so if you weren't in the know you might think that this is a regular sized pencil, and then oh no it isn't. Tee tee. Whoops. Anyways. What was I gonna say? How was everybody's weekend? I don't think I've asked how your weekend's going. How was your weekend? What did you get up to? Did you do anything fun? My moderator / spouse made soda bread, and it was very exciting. It was so delicious. Oh, it's a very simple recipe, but he's just so good at making it, and it is so yummy. And yeah, that was nice. That was a nice special treat for us. And was very happy to get to enjoy. What else? What did I do this weekend? I got that crochet pattern. I wound my 2 balls of wool for it. I'm going to use, you know, sort of a Highland cow brown color, so somewhere between these 2 colors. So not quite this ginger, not quite this brown, but is kind of somewhere between the 2 of them. And then a color that's kind of somewhere between this brown and this black, because he's going to be wearing a little wool jumper, which is going to be really, really cute. I can't wait to show you this. I will try and maybe put up progress photos or something in the Discord if I remember, if it works out well enough, and I really hope that it will. We shall see. But yeah, so that's, I don't think I really did that much else this weekend. Oh, you know what I did do this weekend? This is embarrassing. I spent pretty much the whole weekend playing Ooblets. That's what I did this weekend. I had a lovely time playing just an absolute butt ton of Ooblets. And you know what? Had a really good time doing it. It was really fun and nice. Gazillion out of 10 do recommend. Older viewers may remember that I did actually stream quite a lot of that game. And it was a nice time. Oh boy, Indigo says Dark Academia is when you're studying in the dark because you can't afford the electricity bill. Oh no. But also, you know, with student finances, also very possible. Is the border of this window heinously uneven? Yes. Will I try and even it out when we color it in? Also yes. So don't you panic too much about it. I was actually kind of debating just now if I want to create like a sort of recessed windowsill type situation that's got some stuff on it, but I feel like you're not really going to see most of the stuff because it's covered up by these bits, so maybe I don't need to do that. I feel like that might end up just being too busy, actually. So I think I'm gonna not do that, because I think if I did do that, it might end up just looking kind of weird, and not good. Where's the middle of this? I think it's around here. I hope. Again, the sort of it's okay if these like wood window frame bits look a little bit rustic, because they're handmade. I figure Terry probably built this cottage for the most part. Buddy! Hello, welcome in. How are you doing? It is lovely to see you. Welcome on in. Hello, hello. I'm going to take a sip of my tea, which is a buttermint. Delightful. Absolutely delightful. Okay. We have a window. We have a table. We have Terry in his chair. I think what I need to do next is just kind of establish where the wall is, because obviously it's behind this table, so I feel like it's probably around here is the wall. So I'm going to get just a straight line. I'm just going to use this watercolor block to establish where the wall meets the floor. Thus. Okay, so if we go like doot doot doot. Okay. And then we can use that to kind of guide where our bookshelves and stuff go. Yay. Is this still a straight line? I hope so. It's okay if it's a little bit wonky, because a lot of it won't be seen anyway, so no worries. Alright, yay! Unfortunately, we're not done. Because I need to... there's gonna be... Oh, there's gaps here, and there's gaps here, where I want stuff to be. So I'm wondering a couple of things. I'm wondering, do I want to have some shelves going off that way on this side behind Terry? Or do I want to have some, like, maybe some framed pictures or something behind him on that side? I don't think I want there to be too much on that side. I think he is quite close to the wall here. So I don't necessarily want, like, more bookshelves going off that way. I think I want this to be more or less sort of near, like, the wall is probably, like, right here on that side. You just can't see it because it's slightly out of frame. So I'm going to have a little thinky thought about that. If anyone has any strong thoughts or feelings about whether or not you want to see, like, a little shelf up here with some knickknacks or some framed pictures or something like that, feel free to weigh in the chat while I'm taking a quick BRB. In the meantime, I hope you enjoy the BRB song, which is probably switched off because we were streaming Hollow Knight last time. It is. I will switch it on in just a moment. But I'll be back in a minute anyways, so you're not going to miss anything. You're all breathtaking, and I shall see you in just a wee moment. Back in a moment. Hi everybody, I'm back. It's wonderful to be back. Hello! I hope you didn't, I don't know, miss the art happenings too much. I doubt it. But I am back. And I have very little clarity on what I want to do up here. I think maybe a shelf, just because I think some little shelves are more fun. I think. But just like, it's just like, you just fit a little shelf in there because there's like just enough space for a shelf. So here's a shelf. Some little brackets to hold that shelf in place. Because cute. And then I can put some little bits up on the shelf. Maybe a little plant. Maybe a nice little plant. Little potted plant of some description goes here. There we go, a little potted plant. I'm not happy with that plant. I'm redrawing the plant. I'm not sure what flavor plant it should be, but I didn't like that plant very much. I didn't think that was a good plant, so I'm gonna redraw it. Anyways, did I miss anything exciting in the meantime, chat? Did anything fun happen while I was gone? Or was it just a very sad, quiet time? I don't know. Anyways, why is it doing that? Okay, sorry. My computer was doing a silly, and I was trying to figure out how to correct it, and I hopefully maybe did. Fingies crossed. Okay, I'm gonna do, I think instead, I'm gonna do something a little bit more sort of dynamic and fun. Some little... some happy little plant. Like so. Is this a real plant that exists in real life? No, and you know, it doesn't need to be, because this is Terry's house, and Terry lives in a magical world where everything's cooler than IRL. So I can do as I please and make things be cute. And tough biscuits. What else do I want to... I mean, I could put a couple of books on the shelf, but the thing is, there's going to be so many books over here. There's going to be so many books over here that I don't know if I want to also be putting books on here. Oh no. What else can go on the shelf? I'm looking at shelves around me as though I'll get any good ideas for things that can go on the shelf. But the thing is, the shelves around me have, in addition to plants, have things like Lego. I guess I could conceivably put Lego. Terry builds Lego now, why not? There's a lot of Warhammer in this room. I don't think Terry builds Warhammer. We also have somebody in this house has discovered Star Trek. And I'm very excited about this because I discovered Star Trek 30 some odd years ago, and it's been fun. So, yay! Magical trinkets, says Lino. Oh, I know, but what trinkets? What sort of trinket could it be? Ooh, I mean, like, I don't know. Here's where my brain goes when I think magical trinkets. Cool rocks. I just think of cool rocks. It's cool rocks. I think of cool rocks. Because in life, as in magic-based role-playing games, I just like a cool rock. No, what's a good magical trinket? Maybe could pop a little potion bottle up there. Or something similar. I'm going to take a sip of my beverage because I'm feeling a headache sneaking in. Which is... oof, ouch. Anyways, you could just have, like... maybe just, like, a jar of interesting crystals. Crystals seem pretty magical. And also pretty. They're also very pretty. So you could have some interesting crystals up there, or possibly like a little there needs to be a light source for this painting as well, I'm realizing. So maybe he's got a little lamp up there. Maybe he's just got a little lamp going. I could do that. I could give him a lamp. Because he is going to need some kind of light with which to read. Because I'm thinking that it's probably going to be fairly sort of evening time outside, so the natural light is waning a little bit maybe. So maybe I'll give him just a nice sort of ever so slightly magic little lamp here. There we go. Magic little lamp. Nice. Lovely. Oh, okay. I rolled on my 4D100 tables and got copper calipers from a Southeast Asian inspired region. I don't think I've ever drawn calipers. I mean, I could do another shelf and give him some magic calipers. I wonder what would he do with them? Magically measure things, I guess? I mean, they could look really cool. Anyways, that's really neat. But I think I do want to do a second shelf back here, which may be slightly obscured. But if I am doing a second shelf, I could have some little magical tools hanging up or something. That would be really cute. It's not a suggestion. I just realized I had magical trinkets tables galore, says Lino. Oh, fair enough. I mean, you've nevertheless got my, my imagination is wandering off in all directions now. Of just things that Terry could have. I mean, actually, is it okay if I keep the calipers in my back pocket for now? And don't include it here, because, Lino, you've just given me an idea for another painting that I'm gonna have to do at some point, which is Terry's Magic Workshop. With all of Terry's magic tools and all of the interesting things that Terry can make with the help of magic. There are so many rooms in this tiny, tiny cottage. I'm wondering if I feel like from the outside Terry's cottage is tiny, but on the inside it's a little bit TARDIS-y. Like you go down a corridor and you're like, oh, there's another room? What the heck? It's not like maximum TARDIS where it's just like the capacity is apparently infinite, but it is definitely larger than it looks like it is from the outside. So mark my words, and we are saving this VOD to YouTube for posterity, so there is a verbal trail to hold me accountable for at some point doing an artwork of Terry's Magic Workshop. There you go. Also, if you need the 4D100 tables to give you ideas, I can send them over to you. I would love that. That would be rad as heck. Thank you. I'm going to, now that I've mentioned it, I do have a VOD channel on YouTube. If you ever want to go... No, that's not the URL. That is not the URL. Ignore that. How do I delete my own messages? Oh no, that's not a YouTube user as far as I know. Or if it is, they're probably spam. That's it. My VOD channel is extra Sammy Kelch because my regular channel is Sammy Kelch. Obviously. How do I delete a message? Hold on. How do I delete this message? I don't know how to delete this message. Apparently I have done 999 plus messages in this stream. Can you believe to learn? But yeah. Says Indigo. Yup. Aw, heck. How the heck? Anyways, Turnip, thank you very much for the lurk. Thank you. I hope you have a lovely lurk. I don't know that you can delete your own messages. Okay, fair enough. That would probably be explained why it's not giving me the option to do it. I mean, it definitely... I don't seem to be able to ban myself, so, that's entirely fine. And you know what? I think you can all figure out that the first URL will lead to a broken page and the second URL leads to an actual page that's an actual YouTube channel that's obviously me. It's only got like 15 followers. And I don't post... I literally just post old stream VODs and the occasional clip there. So, if it's not... If you don't feel the need to rewatch any of my streams, you don't need to go there. But if you ever want to go back and be like, what did they say that one time? Oh, I missed a stream. I'd like to see what happened. You can do that now from there, if you ever want to. I do have a regular YouTube channel as well. Working on the script for my next video. It is taking some time because I was going to finish the script this weekend and then I was feeling really under the weather, so I didn't get to do a lot of research. But it's here. And you can subscribe there if you want as well. I do actual videos where I do writing and research and undertake weird projects, and it's a fun time. It seems to inevitably get more chaotic than I intend, and indeed, guess what? My next video is already more chaotic than I intended. It was going to be a nice, low-stakes, gentle video. No. No, it's not. No, it is not. So that's super fun, and I love that for me as well. But, it's bringing up a few things. Number one, there is some historical myths that need debunking. Some facts that these myths come from that need exploring. Some just outright things you should know to do with the subject, and also some just really, really, really horrible practice that I found on YouTube and got really angry about in my initial research, and we'll need to have a little rant about, because it pertains to, like, safety. And we care about safety on this channel. Anyways, hi Samantha, welcome in. How are you doing? It is very wonderful to see you. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm so glad to hear that you survived yet another workday. That is good. And it's good to see you. Hello. Okay. So, next to this window, I'm gonna put... I should probably be attempting to use, like, a straight line for this. But, you know... Maybe it doesn't need to be a perfectly straight... You know, I'm gonna start on the basis of a perfectly straight line, just because I feel like that feels good to kind of just do that. Many distractions. Hello, welcome in. How are you doing? It is wonderful to see you. Welcome, welcome. Okay, I'm just trying to use my watercolor block to get a good straight line. And already it's kind of it's gone off. Okay, is that a more or less straight line? I can't tell. Okay. Just gonna use the edge of this paper. Like so. I think that's about... Why does that look off to me? Oh, jeez. This is hard. This is weirdly difficult. Okay. No. Yes. No. Yes. No. Yes. No. Anyways. How are you doing? It's lovely to see you. Alba, hello, hello, welcome in. How are you doing? It's wonderful to see you. Welcome on in. Lino says surviving work is good. I don't know if they pay you if you don't survive it. Oh my god, that's a good point. Do you still get paid if you like don't survive? Is that a loophole for them? Do they get to not pay you if you don't survive the workday? I don't know. I don't know, but oh. Now I am doing a concern about that. Oh, heck. Anyways. Hello. I am surviving battling self-doubt thoughts. You're great, many distractions, and the things that you do are great, and you should believe in yourself. There you go. I don't know if that helps, but I hope it helps. Because, hell yeah, you're awesome. Pretty sure any accrued earnings become part of your estate for the purposes of inheritances, Samantha. That makes sense, and I should certainly hope so. Cassie says I get a death in service payment if I die or my sister does. I gotta say, I did not look at that part of my contract when I took my current day employment. Oops. Anyways, if I'm ever murdered, it was my sister. Oh my god, this got dark. Oh no, the trick is you get a death in service payment, but only you can withdraw it. Oh, spooky. You gotta show up as a ghost and be like, you gotta show up to work the next day as a ghost and just be like, hey everybody, like nothing happened. And just haunt the office and continue getting paid. There you go. Linus says, I have not done enough payroll to have ever encountered the specific issue of someone dying on the job. That's, you know what? And that's good. Because I like people continuing to live. That feels nicer. Goodness gracious. No, yeah, for sure. Anyways, okay. I want to do the top of the bookshelf, but I want to do the top of the bookshelf where it's kind of like boom, boom, and then the top of the bookshelf like so, because I think that's really cute, but now I feel like I've made it a little bit too tall, so I'm gonna take it down a little bit, because I maybe want to be able to put some stuff on the top of the bookshelf, because I think that would be really cute. So, if I bring it up just a little bit more, but not quite as much as before, and go ba-bump, bump, and then set that to here. Okay, we're having some thinky thoughts. We're having some thinky thoughts, and hopefully they are good uns. Fingies crossed. Okay, so I'm gonna try. Hope that this is a relatively straight line. How's that for bookcase? It's just off enough that I notice, but it's also okay enough that it's fine. So I'm gonna leave it at that. Anyways, my job may suck, but we do have good benefits, says Casa. And you know what? That really can make a big difference, I think, in a job, is having the good benefits. I would consider an otherwise good job with bad benefits to kind of suck, if I'm being honest. You know, that's something that I worry about as someone who would like to not have a part-time day job at some point. And just do all of the creative hustling. Is that there's not a lot of, oh no, we have a Pokemon to draw that I know the name of, but I do not know what they look like. I think I have a vague idea in my head, and it's so freaking vague that I don't know how I'm going to do this. This is terrible drawing time, by the way, for anyone who is not familiar with the concept. If you're new here, terrible drawing time is a phenomenon that happens on this stream, where for 5,000 channel points, I've got 5 minutes or less, draw a character or concept of your choosing from memory or sight unseen on the terrible drawing canvas. Samantha says, just imagine the bestest water Pokemon in Gen 1, and there you go. I can't, because I don't know what that is. I mean, I know what a Pokemon is, but I don't know which one. Like, the thing is, I hear, no, stuff you, buddy. Hold up, everybody. Okay. Spam. 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 Okay. Is ban? Is ban. Okay. There. Hopefully that worked. It's very hard to tell. I can still see the message even though I banned. I don't know if you can still see the message. Anyways. The bestest water type. Like, I have a vague notion in my mind of sort of a woolly idea of what Lapras looks like. But I have no idea whether or not I've got it right. So this is going to be really interesting. Also, I don't know what the other water type Pokemon in this generation are, so I don't know if I agree that it's the best one. We couldn't see it, so it must have been caught, says Lino. Yay! Okay, so what I was talking about there was a spam message in the chat, and I banned them. You're thinking of Mareep. Is Mareep a water type? I'm so confused. Anyways, let me get my timer up. I was looking at, calipers because of reasons. Anyways. Wow, my head hurts real bad. Oh no. Oh no. Okay. Okay. Alright. Okay, where's the, I got distracted again. Where's the, okay. 5 minutes on the clock, starting now. Lapras is not woolly, says Samantha. I see. Yes, Mareep is a sheep Pokemon woolly joke. I got it. Masheep. Yes, exactly. Okay, so what I mean by woolly idea in my head is just that the mental image is extremely vague, but I do kind of have one. I have something of a feeling in my mind of what I feel like Lapras looks like, but like I know it's not going to be correct. Like I know it isn't going to be correct. But it's all I've got to go off of, so I'm going to attempt to draw it anyways. It's kind of, in my mind for some reason, it kind of has like a Nessie vibe. Which I'm sure is inaccurate. It's got a happy little face. It's got a happy little face. Oh god, it looks so derpy. No, I need to fix it. It's too derpy. Hold up. I can do it better. You can just about see its other eye there. And then it's kind of just got a little... Just gonna give it kind of one of these. Just a little move. Just a little move for this little, creature. Oh god, I've wasted so much time already. This is so bad. Okay, but yeah, for some reason I seem to remember it's got kind of like a Nessie vibe. So, how do I... Because my brain says it's got like flippies. Like this kind of thing. Like this kind of thing. And then it's got like a little tum-tum. And then, probably like a second set of flippies back here. And then a tail, I guess. I'm going to give it a little tail. Like that, but just to keep things interesting, I'm going to give the tail some like texture. Doof. So it's not just like a nothing tail, and just to give it some visual interest, I'm going to give it some little stripes on its back, and maybe like is the tummy maybe a different color to the rest of it? Maybe got some little stripes on its tummy. That's always really cute. Like that. And I feel like, okay, I feel like it's got ears. I feel like it wants to have ears. So I'm going to give it some kind of little, like, ear type appendages. Like that. Okay. Okay, I'm feeling a little bit... This is a weird looking sheep, says Alvin. It's supposed to be Lapras. I mean, you do know it's my favorite Gen 1 water type, and that my favorite cryptid is Nessie, so it's probably not a bad shout to assume there may be some crossover. Oh, hell yeah. Okay, so this is definitely the Nessie type Pokemon then. I just want to fix their tummy, because I feel like their tummy could be cuter. And I'm gonna make it cuter by making it rounder. Because that is the cutest shape there is. There we go. I don't think I actually made it that much rounder. Maybe if I... Hold on. Can I just give you a little bit more overall body fat there, Lapras? I think that would be... Because personally, I just think that's... Oh, that's a much cuter shape. Hell yeah. Okay. Okay, I am definitely happier with that. I'm not happy with the end of the tail, so I'm going to get rid of that, actually. And just have it be sort of sassy little tail shape. But I do want to get some... Just some little... Okay, shut up. Just gonna add a couple of little spots here and there because I think that spots would be cute. Okay, friends. Lapras. This implies that the cutest tummy shape is a sphere. Which, that checks out, says Samantha. Hell yeah. Definitely not projecting here based on the shape of my own tummy. Anyways, okay, I'm going to just do a super quick grabbage of what Lapras actually looks like. So we can do a side-by-side compare. Oh, hello. Hello. Sorry, the first image of Lapras is very... I don't know if it's sassy or flirting. Feels like one of the two. But it's very, very cute. Oh my goodness. Oh no, I love it. It's so cute. Oh, this is a very cute little Pokemon. Oh no. Oh no, it's adorable. Oh heck. Have I done it justice? I don't know. I guess that's up to you to decide. It looks like a sass master from here. So this is my attempt at Lapras. Just a happy little Loch Ness Monster-y type situation. And this is actual Lapras. So, hey, I was right about it has little spots. I completely forgot about the shell. It is a weird image of a generally unsassy Pokemon, says Lino. It's the first picture that comes up. It looks like it's, hey there. Hi. Finger guns, like, that is the vibe of this Lapras. It's a sass master. This is sass master Lapras. I mean, there's more. There they are. Oh, just going for a little swimmy swam. Very cute little creature, if I do say so myself. Oh, look at them. I love their little face. But I did not remember that they had a shell, so I apologize for not remembering that they had a shell. You did a really good job, says Samantha. Captured the essence of Lapras. Oh, thank you. I remembered that it had... Hello? Literally, I remembered that it had, like, flippers, basically, and kind of extrapolated from there to make it kind of... I don't know. I feel like mine looks like if a kangaroo and the Loch Ness Monster had a baby. And they're friends with Sliggoo! Yay! Good for them. You love to see it. That was terrible drawing time, episode 2. I hope you're happy. Anyways. Alpha says that Lapras says, oh, didn't expect to see you here, energy. They really do. They really do. And Distraction says, your version is also heckin' cute, worthy of being a Pokemon in its own right. Oh, thank you. That's really sweet of you to say. Thank you. Oh my goodness. Pre-evolution Lapras. Yay! Just gonna perpetuate myths of itself to generate masses of funding for research into freshwater bodies, says Lino. Yay! Was that just Nessie or Lapras that was adorable? Well, Sammy Ann, this was what I vaguely remembered maybe Lapras looks kind of like, and then tried to extrapolate from there, and did a weird job of it, and it was supposed to be Lapras, but what I remembered is that it had the little flippy flappy flippers, And so I kind of made it a Nessie-type Pokemon. But I forgot that Lapras has a shell. So it looks like if Nessie had a baby with a kangaroo. Anyways, it was Sammy draws Lapras, says Samantha. Yep, Sammy says, this is not bad. I love him very much. Oh, heck. That's very kind. I'm going to take the last sip of my coffee. Mmm. And I'm going to finish roughing in this here a bookshelf. Okay. So that being said, we might not see this portion of the bookshelf because I was thinking of putting a little pile of books in front of it here. Nessie is the bestest of all the cryptids, says Samantha. I can speak. The bestest of all the cryptids. I do love Nessie. I do love Nessie. Would love to meet her one day. Really, really would. Speaking of Nessie, my shop updates on Friday the 13th. For no reason. Anyways. This fact probably contributes to Lapras being my favorite water type, says Samantha. I suspect that may well be the case. I will say I don't want to pick favorites among the cryptids, but Nessie is definitely up there. She's delightful. Though I do very much appreciate the Fresno Nightcrawler. I think they're delightful. And, of course, our beloved Mothman here as well. Very well loved. But Nessie's delightful. Very much she is. She seems like a wonderful lady. Trying to freehand a straight line is terrifying. In fact, we can see a bit of this. Right there. Blah. Okay. We has the outside edge of a bookshelf, right? I hope we never get to meet Nessie, says Lino, so rich idiots will continue to throw buckets of money at marine researchers to better understand the locks. I mean, also, yes. Though that being said, if I ever did meet Nessie, just FYI, I would keep it more or less to myself. I think. Just because she's been pretty hard to spot for the last however long. I feel like maybe she's shy and doesn't necessarily want bags of attention. Or she'd be, you know, flapping her flippers all over the place. So I would be very happy to, you know, just help her maintain that sort of veil of privacy. Keep it on the down low. Like, there are a couple of people I feel like I would want to share with because I feel like they would be really excited about it, but I would also be really scared that they would tell other people, so I'm like, oh, no! There's, like, maybe 5 acquaintances that I'm like, I would really want to tell you about seeing Nessie, but I don't know if I should. Anyways, keep it on the down low seems a good plan, says Lino. Yeah, as a neighbor of Nessie, I can neither confirm or deny that she is super shy. Fair enough. And again, that's her deal. And we should respect her privacy. Okie dokie. But if she ever did decide to say hello, I would be, just absolutely tickled. Absolutely tickled. Okay, but I want to do something a little bit cute here. I want to put just a little curve on the side of the bookshelf. I think that's cute. Alba says, it's fine, just need to keep reminding the rich idiots there's plenty of ocean to explore. Also true. Anyways. Oh, speaking of, now I'm thinking about seagrass meadows and how good seagrass meadows are for the, now I'm just thinking about the ocean and thinking about, seagrass meadows and how seagrass meadows are good and important. They're good for maintaining good environmental stuff. I'm not good at talking about these kinds of things, but I did a small amount of research on seagrass meadows a while back, and they're very good at helping to deal with like carbony stuff. So we should be working to maintain um and allowing seagrass meadows to thrive, because they're very important parts of the ecosystem that I think a lot of people don't think about very often, because why would you? But they're there, and they're very important. Anyways. The bookshelves. Okay, I'm gonna try and be a little bit methodical about this bookshelf. Is this bookshelf too wide? Should I sort of chomp it off? Like, because that's too narrow for a bookshelf of this style. But it kind of cuts off, like, over here a bit. And I don't know if that looks bad. Should I have the edge of the bookshelf just be here? Is what I'm wondering. Or does that look... this is hard. This is so hard, because I kind of like having some things sort of falling slightly out of frame to make us feel like this piece is part of a larger whole kind of thing. Like, like Terry's about to look up from his book and go, there you are. I was just reading a lovely story. Would you like a cup of tea? The wider the bookshelf, the more books you need to buy, says Samantha. This is true. Therefore, bookshelves should always be as wide as possible. Right. Okay. That doesn't 100% settle my composition questions, but, it is important to note, and I wholeheartedly agree. I was also thinking of maybe detailing this a little bit differently, which also sort of has an impact on the overall projected size of the whole thing, because I like the idea of a bookshelf that's got a little bit of this detail. It's got a little bit of that detail, so there's just a little bit more of the bookshelf off to that side that we can't see. I think that's fine. I hopefully this isn't like the bookshelf equivalent of drawing a full-length picture of somebody, but it cuts off right at the ankles, which is a really unsatisfying place to cut off sort of a portrait of a person. The wider the bookshelf, the more books you'll need to paint, says Lino. I mean, they're also very correct about that. Oh no. But that's okay, I'll cope. Bookshelves famously grow to fill whatever space they're in. That's bookshelves, right? Says Alba. I don't know if that's bookshelves or just books. At this point, that's books and art supplies and merch with my house, which is, and all the cardboard boxes we've received from the last several months of deliveries that we haven't taken out to recycle yet. In the foyer. Anyways. Bigger books is many distractions. Less books to paint. I like the way you think, my friend. Am I going to do that? No! Do I like the way you're thinking about it? Yes! Okay, right. I don't have any, like, I don't, actually, no, what am I saying? I'm like, I don't have a good measuring implement here to try and figure out how tall the bookshelves should be. I can just use, this measuring unit here. So how far does that go up to? That goes from 0 to 216. Or 288. Okay, less helpful. This goes from 0 to about 192, I guess. So let's see if I actually go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Okay, 16 doodads. So if I get like 4 shelves in here, that feels pretty good, I think. 4 shelves feels like a good number for it. So if I go 1, 2, 3, 4, and mark out there's going to be a bookshelf there, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, and then another one here, 1, 2, 3, 4, and another one here. That's it. Okay, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 shelves of books. 16 doodads makes 4 shelves of the height of 4 doodads each. Exactly, Samantha. You get it. You get it. Okay. Doodads is a perfectly acceptable unit of measurement. Listen. I didn't actually know what that unit of measurement was, therefore is doodads. Apparently it's points. Whatever that means. So. I thought points was like your type font in Word. I don't know how that works IRL. I'm confused. Oh no. Oh no, the cushion has just fallen off the back of my chair. My cushion helps my back not hurt real bad. Milladoodads gets a little bit silly. Units are completely arbitrary so long as you are consistent, says Samantha. Yes, I completely agree. I completely agree. I mean, I seem to remember that there used to be an inconsistency in, like, the length of a specific unit of distance depending on where you were from. Like, in this part of the country, a mile is X amount distance, but in this part of the country, it's like X, it's like Y amount. And then at some point they harmonized, possibly grudgingly. Whoever's just wasn't decided on was like, ugh, fine. I guess it'll be that. If we have to, but we don't like it. But I think that was a Horrible Histories sketch, so I may be misremembering. Good old Horrible Histories. Fun stuff. Okay. Incidentally, when I did that YouTube video where I recreated two recipes by 18th century food writer and chef Alexis Soye on my YouTube channel recently. It turns out that, like, a couple days later, a podcast called You're Dead to Me hosted by a fellow named Greg Jenner, who also did a lot of the history fact checking for Horrible Histories. And is generally a cool dude. Did an episode, put out an episode all about Alexis Soye, so, like, serendipitous, if I do say so myself. Also, that's just a really fun podcast. If you like history, that's a fun podcast. It's that dude, and then he'll be speaking to, like, he'll have a historian and a comedian on to talk about stuff, so it's informative and also funny. It's a good time. Anyways. That being said, I mean, most of what I listen to these days are Dungeons and Dragons podcasts or podcasts about cryptids, so make of that what you will. Anyways, I mean, we used to just have a lot of units that were just the length of your finger to your elbow, the thickness of your thumb, etc., says Samantha. So, like, fine for measuring things yourself, completely useless for letting someone else know how long something was. Yeah, exactly. It's like 4 hands high. It's like, whose hand? Yeah. If memory serves, American tons and UK tons differ, which are still different from metric tons, says Lino. It's exactly 42 thingamabobs. Oh, no. Thank you, many distractions. That is a good number of thingamabobs to be. D&D podcasts are just scripted podcasts with extra steps. I mean, honestly, yeah, not far off. But I do enjoy both such things. They're good times. Anywho. But I enjoy hearing about, you know, sort of like, I don't know, a news articles about,
Attention!
Twitch user Sammy Kelsh.
Shoppers.
We've got a raid. Hello? Hello there. Welcome in, JD. How are you doing? How is it going, everyone? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hello, Literal Game Girl. Hello, K1 Kev. Hello, Marsaplant. It's lovely to see y'all. Welcome on in. Hello, of course, JD. How are you? How was your stream? What did you get up to today? It's wonderful to see you and your beautiful people. Hello, Pengu, as well. And Cinnamon's Moon. Hello, friends. How's it going? Lovely to see y'all. Hello, hello. Let me get a shout out for JD. Pengu, thank you very much for the follow. Welcome on in. Welcome, welcome. Thank you so much indeed. There's a shout out for JD. If you're not familiar with JD, go correct this. and go have yourself a really fun time. JD, what were you up to today? It's lovely to see you. I hope you had a wonderful stream. What'd you get up to? And as always, there is an art tax here. If there is anything you would like to share, feel free to whisper a link in my direction. Whether that is something you were working on or something on your Instagram that you would like to have a look at, you can. No pressure, of course, but if you'd like to, the invitation is there. Chopsticks, hello, welcome in. How are you doing? It's lovely to see you. Welcome, welcome. We are just working on this little cozy scene today. It's Terry. He is a froggo. He is a mage. He is not wanting to come to focus. There we go. He is reading a cozy book, and I have not populated the bookshelf with all the books yet, but we will. We were drawing a giveaway sticker, a Bumbo bike, and share, but it was a rough work in progress. I would love to see it, but of course entirely up to you. Literal Game Girl, thank you for the follow. Welcome on in. Hello, hello. So anyone who is doing a lurk, need to find my phone. I hope that you find it soon and easily. And thank you so much for the lurk. Thank you, thank you. He is a very Froggers mage, says many distractions. He is very Froggers. He is a lovely fellow. He's having a cozy time. And I'm having a cozy time drawing, if I'm perfectly honest. Anyways. Yeah, for anyone who's new here, hello. My name is Twitch user Sammy Kelch. I'm a variety streamer. I do cozy game streams on Fridays where we play mostly Hollow Knight lately, but we will be doing other stuff soon. Cozy art streams on Mondays and Thursdays for the most part. Mostly watercolor, mostly traditional art. And right now we're doing a little frog. Anyways, hope you're all doing well. Thank you again, JD, for the raid. I very much appreciate it. Let me get another shout out for you in the chat. If I can do. And again, if you're not following JD, you should go do that. Because they're lovely. Yay! It worked! Anyways, my moderator slash spouse has just come home. For anyone who isn't familiar, my moderator, Twitch user Twitch user Sludge Callier. I'm very tired and I just got raided, sweetheart. Shut up. Anyways, I'll be back in just a second, everybody. I'm going to go greet my moderator slash spouse. Hello, sunshine. I'm sleepy. And my brain is not... I had a task today and it was very difficult. How are you? No, not without you. I love you. I didn't want to use up all the bread and have you come home and be like, where's all the bread? Yeah, fair enough. I love you. Sorry about that, everybody. Had to say hello to my lovely moderator slash spouse. Samantha says, welcome home, sweetie. Samantha. And Lino says, hello, sunshine. He says hello. Thank you, everybody. I'm back. And, hopefully I haven't missed much. But it's nice to be back. But yeah, for anyone who's not familiar with me and my artworks, when they are done, they look usually a little bit more colorful than this. Here's a piece that we did recently, which is very autumnal. Can I post links, says JD? Links are broken because we keep getting spams, but if you would like to whisper, then I can share the link, and I would love to do so. So yes, please. This is a piece we worked on recently, and it's just a little... I don't remember who it was, but someone referred to them as a barista, and it is stuck. Because, because that's perfect. Just making a nice little coffee drink in their little in their very, very cozy little coffee shop. I personally would like to also get a slice of that pumpkin pie, because that looks delicious. Here's one Sammy painted earlier. It were me! Oh, thank you, Samantha. I very much appreciate it. Oh, yes, it's done, says JD. Oh, fantastic. Okay. Okay, let me retrieve... I am on link retrieval duty. Okay, awesome sauce. We have... Ooh. Oh, that is so cute, y'all. Y'all, this is adorable. Okay. Let me get rid of this Google image search page for Lapras and replace it with what JD has been working on, which... Ooh! Look at it! Pink Pony Bun Boba! I love it so much. I love it already. That is so stinking cute. I can just tell that this is going to be delicious. if the hint of the colors to come is anything to go by, this is going to be so stinking cute. If you're not familiar with JD's work, it is adorable and lovely and wonderful and so good. And this is so stinking cute. Thank you for sharing this with us. I love it. Chat had a choice of colors in Pink Pony 1. I love it so much. That is a fantastic choice, chat. Good job. Oh, this is so cute. Thank you so much for sharing, and thank you again for the raid. I really appreciate it. Thank you. And again, if you're not following JD, go do for more of that kind of good stuff, because it's awesome. Anyways, I see Samantha says, but it was because I thought I misheard you, and I thought you said barista when you said barista. So really, you were responsible for the name. Can we say it's a collaboration, because I don't feel like I can take full credit for it. But I feel like it can be a collab, and I'm happy with that. Anywho, I am swapping drinks because I have finished my coffee, so now we're on to tea. Which again, for anyone missed it, it's a Murray mint tea. Anyways, team efforts has many distractions. Hell yeah, I love that. Oh, another thing to note, I think I mentioned it last week, but then I wasn't able to stream last Thursday because I was under the weather, so I'm going to mention it again now. Stream Inc. is happening in October again. If you're not familiar with Stream Inc., it is a 31-day art prompt list. And we've got a wonderful set of prompts this year. I'm very excited. I'm starting to formulate some ideas, and I am hosting a day. It's going to be October 7th. My word is blustery. So it's going to be a very blustery day, which feels very autumnal to me. We're going to be having some weather, and I will do something to make it a little bit spooky, I'm sure. But I think it's going to be a really fun time, and I would love to see if anyone does any artwork for any of the Stream Inc. prompts. I would love to see it, so feel free to share in the Discord or tag me or hashtag it with Stream Inc. wherever you put it, because I want to see the beautiful artworks everyone does. JD says, of course, thank you so much for always the warm welcome, you sweet bean. You sweet bean! I do have to lurk in the shadow to eat foods. I absolutely love this little cozy guy. Thank you so much, JD, and have a wonderful food. I hope that you feel nourished and that it's very delicious, and go do all that post-stream decompression and self-care, which includes eating food, that you need to do. So, by all means, have a good one, and thank you so much for the raid. JD says supplementarily, I tried to keep Love last year and I only did one. Maybe this year I'll do a couple more. It is a commitment, and it is a lot. I always say to myself, okay, because it's like one art for every single day, I'm gonna try and keep things nice and simple. Do I manage to do this for every piece? No. No, absolutely not. But also, anyone who does decide to participate, you're under no obligation to do any of it. It's for fun and for free. So if you only have time to do one, that's amazing. If you want to do every single one of them, that's also amazing. If you want to do somewhere in the middle, like a couple pieces, that's also amazing. It's all good. If you don't have enough time to do any of them, that's also okay. It's all good. I think sometimes it's easy to kind of feel like, if you're taking on something like this, or if you want to do something like this, that you have to do all of it, and you absolutely don't. I'm going to be attempting to do all of it because I'm hosting one of the days. But it's just a set of suggestions for fun, so please no one feel under any pressure to do all of the things, because it's all good. And we've all got other stuff going on in our lives, and other projects that we need to keep up with, and, jobs potentially and other things, yada yada yada. So yeah, no worries, it's all for fun. Anywho, I'm starting to draw in some books of varying sizes. I'm wondering how this connects to Terry's Magic Library. Eddie, hi! Welcome in from late JD raid. Welcome in from the raid. It's lovely to see you. How are you doing? Welcome. Hope you're having a good one. I hope everyone's having a good Monday. How are your Mondays going? I hope they are good. I was having a very weird day, prior to stream, and then I started to stream, and I was having a better day, so that was nice. But Yeah, I wanted to finish this sketch before I started to stream, but I had like this one task that I needed to complete today, and I thought, okay, this is going to take me maybe like an hour. It ended up taking several and being significantly more of an undertaking than I thought it was going to be. Because I basically had to take the information from one document and map it into like this online form, but because the question set didn't quite match up, I ended up having to like I couldn't just copy paste across, so it ended up taking a lot longer than I anticipated, and that was fun. But at least it got done. I literally finished it at like 29 minutes past the hour, and I was aiming to start stream at 1/2 and I didn't quite achieve that, but close enough. Great to see you, says Eddie. I'm all right, thanks. How are you? I'm doing pretty good. I have a nice, delicious mint tea. There's a little mint leaf floating on the top of it, and there is some mint dust in the bottom. Ignore that. Those are just tea leaves. Speaking of the things that collect in the bottom of beverage cups, I was learning about Armenian coffee earlier this weekend. Because a friend of mine whose family is Armenian posted a link to an article about Armenian coffee that it turns out was written in part by someone that... This just goes to show how small some communities can be in the grand scheme of, like, the world and the internet. It turns out that the article was written in part by someone who used to be one of my friend's mother's students and now works for CNN, which is cool. Anyways, but so yeah, I was learning about Armenian coffee and how it's made, and apparently there is like a folk tradition of so the way the coffee is made, there's sort of like there will be like some residual sort of mud / grounds, at the bottom of the cup, like you get similar to Turkish coffee, but a longer drink than a Turkish coffee, which is quite concentrated. But similar in as much as there's a little sort of layer of the very, very fine grounds at the bottom of the cup. And apparently there's a tradition of reading fortunes from the coffee grounds at the bottom of the cup, which I think is quite sweet. And yeah, I just thought that was really interesting. But also, I've never had Armenian coffee, so I really want to try it and see what it's like, because it's another way of brewing coffee, and therefore I'm interested. Oh, a small world for real, says Eddie. I know, right? How wild is that? Anyways, Samantha says, but if you are going to take part in streaming, I assume, and you only do one prompt, maybe you want to choose prompt number 7. The word is blustery, and that was my choice. Anyways, can you read your fortune in the sediment, says Samantha. I don't know. I don't have fortune reading skills. I would like to read, I will be wildly successful, but in a way that allows me plenty of time to rest. That's what I'd like my fortune to be. But, I'd like to be wildly successful, but in a way that I'm able to retain relative anonymity and can still go to the grocery store without people asking for selfies. Not that anyone would... Even if I was recognizably famous, I don't think anybody would want a selfie with me, because, like, when I'm at the supermarket, I probably look like crap. Hey, you know what? That's the fortune I see, says Eddie. Yay! That's a good fortune. Hell yeah. Lino says, I once looked into recorded methods of divination. The list is extensive and incredible. Basically, if anything is somewhat random, it has been used to tell fortunes. I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised at all. I find it really... Do I believe in it? No. But do I think it's neat that people love to do that stuff? Yeah. I think maybe it comes from a place of wanting to have a sense of trying to make certainty out of the... How did you know that I was curled up like a shrimp, Eddie? Thank you for the posture check. I have lengthened my spine. And I am sitting at a much more spinally comfortable posture now. But oh boy, I've been having lower back pain for the last couple of days, so I've been trying to yoga it out, but it's been an adventure. to say the least. I sensed it. I divined it, says Eddie. Oh my goodness, I'm very impressed. I have to imagine that it comes from a desire to create a sense of certainty out of what is essentially uncertain. That is to say, the future. You know, like, no matter how much we plan and prepare for, there's always the possibility that there's going to be things that we simply are unable to predict and have planned, you know what I mean? And so being able to look into, like, some tea leaves or drop some pebbles onto the floor and read something out of the way that they land, or drawing a card randomly out of a deck and saying, you know, sort of, what does that say? Let's leave it on for now. Thank you. Sorry, that was the big light. You know, I think can make you feel a little bit more safe, I suppose. And I mean, I suppose there are certain things that we can draw inferences about. But I think also a lot of it is fairly random. And then there's a lot of, like, certainly when I once had my tarot cards read by someone, and it was very much sort of, it was very much just sort of non-specific enough that I could find ways that it feels like it applies to an aspect of my life and kind of understand it accordingly, even if it was just like a random card. Samantha says, in terms of divination, one of the things that most gets me is that people's star signs no longer line up with the actual constellations because they've shifted significantly since they were assigned birth months. Yes, I heard that. And it's like, oh my god, it turns out that actually I've been told I'm a Gemini my entire life, but actually if we're going by the sort of celestial positions of stars and whatever in the sky, yada yada yada, this period of dates is actually I don't remember which directions it's shifted in, but I'm a Taurus now or something, and it's like, but I have all the personality traits of a Gemini, which it turns out that, okay, when I was like a tween, I didn't mega take stock in horoscopes, I wouldn't say, but I did read up on, like, oh, what are the traits of your star sign, and I was like, actually, I feel like a lot of these things do apply to me, and it turns out all of the things that I thought applied to me as, like, traits of my astrological sign they're all ADHD traits. My astrological sign is Attention Dungeons Hyperactivity Dragons. The reason I have ADHD is that I was born between the end of May and the middle of June. Gemini, the neurospicy sign. Like, genuinely, I thought when I went back sort of as an adult and looked at, like, what were the traits of my astrological sign, I was like, oh my god. It's all just ADHD. What the heck? Though, I looked at, like, out of curiosity, I looked at, because I had someone was putting together, like, a meme where it's like, make an outfit based on your astrological sign. And I'm like, yeah, I want to make myself a cute outfit. But I needed to know what, like, my moon and my risings were. And I looked at, like, the traits associated with having those as your moon sign and your rising sign. And they're like, is good at sports. And I'm like, lol. Okay, well, this is definitely bunk then. Cassie says, we're ADHD because the Fae asked for our attention, and we just said, yeah, yes. Yep, absolutely. Insert astronaut meme, says Samantha. It's just ADHD. Always has been. Yup. Hi, it's me. I'm ADHD. I just found that so funny, but I was also real mad about it. Because, like, I come from a hippie city. So a lot of the people that I worked with in sort of the day job that I had while I lived there for the first almost 30 years of my life. Well, I didn't have the job for 30 full years because that would have been several years of breaking child labor laws, but for about 12 years I worked in that day job. And sometimes my coworkers would be like, you know, if there was a communications something, they'd be like, oh, well, Mercury's in retrograde, or like, you're feeling very mercurial at the moment, aren't you? And I'm like, no. And it turns out, no, it's not mercurial, it's just ADHD. But okay. You know, sometimes I self-deprecatingly wonder to myself, would this have been noticed as a thing that I have sooner if people weren't attributing my my uniqueness to my astrological sign. Oh my goodness. Anyways, I'm gonna have just a stack of books going sideways here because I think that's always a bit of fun. Why not? There we go. Nice stack of sideways books, because why not? Anyways, this tea is delicious. I'm probably not going to finish all of this today. Mercury is in Gatorade is a fun thing a friend used to say. Says Andy. Oh no. Please do not listen. I know it seems real fluid and shiny and cool, but please do not drink mercury. I remember for years, okay, I don't know if this is weird, but, older viewers may remember that the thermometers that we used to take our temperatures, instead of being these, like, just little digital readouts on, like, a plastic unit, they used to, or things that you can just point a laser at someone and assess their temperature, they used to be a little glass tube that had some mercury inside, and then, depending on how far the mercury went up into the tube, would tell you what your temperature was. By holding the glass tube under your tongue. And there was one in my house that broke at some point, and I guess my parents didn't know how to safely dispose of the mercury, so we just had a little yogurt container that just had a little sticky label on top of like a little bit of masking tape that had been taped to the top with the word mercury in my mom's beautiful handwriting. That just lived in a cupboard above the fridge for years. I don't know if they ever found a way to safely dispose of the mercury, but I hope that they did. Because it's probably not good. Especially, like... Now, as a child, I was wise enough to know not to touch it, but I did find it in that cupboard, and I did open it and look at it, which is probably bad. Just throw it away or something. I suppose because it is potentially dangerous, they didn't know if it was safe to dispose of in just, like, household garbage in that way. And I don't know if it's safe to dispose of in just household garbage in that way. But, yeah, don't just leave it in the cupboard for years because you don't know what to do with it. Just, I mean, I guess the thing is also, this is the 80s, so we couldn't just Google it, but I suppose they could have, like, called the, like, waste disposal department at the... No, sweetheart! No, please do not! It's very dangerous. They could have called, like, the city's, you know, sort of, like, waste services, waste management services, that's what I'm trying to look for. Just called the waste management services, and said, hey... So, our mercury thermometer has broken, and we have safely contained the mercury in this containee. How do we dispose of the containee? And then Waste Management Services could advise them on how to safely dispose of the containee of mercury, instead of leaving it in the cupboard for years. Eddie says, yep, at that point, after so many years, that mercury is a damn near chemical weapon. Oh, no. God, what? No! No. Listen, this is all very, very funny, but I'm making a video in which I will be making soap very soon, and I have some words. I don't know whether or not to include the rant, but I have a rant about a YouTube video that I encountered in my, research journey that demonstrated some very unsafe practices when it comes to the making of, like, soap from scratch from a historical perspective, and it made me super grumpy. Because I'm like, yeah, okay, fine. They didn't have, like, gloves back then, but, that doesn't mean that we can't use them now, you know? Like, no, can we eat the soap in your... No, you cannot. You can use it to wash your hands, face, and body if you want to. You could even use it to wash your laundry if you wanted to. I don't care, but please do not eat it. No. Again, I realize that in making this video, I am inviting this conversation again that I do not want to have, because you should all know better, because we're all clever adults here. Soap is not a consumable, even if it smells delicious or looks yummy. PSA, mercury does need disposing of by hazardous waste, so do not just put it in the bin. And that's why it lived in my parents' cupboard for so long. I did suspect that was the case. Clever adult? Nope, not Isis Sledge. Hey, sweetheart. No. Listen, for anyone who doesn't know, Sledge Callier and I are married. And when I say I would not have married someone who I did not consider to be my intellectual equal, I gosh dang mean it. Because I am not such a person of an ego that I feel threatened by a partner who's as smart as I am. I invite it, and I think it makes for a more fun relationship. So there you go. This is definitely not... There are some people who I get the impression would be threatened by having a partner who is at least as smart as they are, and I think that's just boring. What do you talk about? You know? Anyways. Soap soups as many distractions. No. I mean, saying that, there is a video on my YouTube channel at the moment, from like 2 years ago now, but you can still watch it, in which I make cakes, but I talk about soap, and there are some interesting historical tidbits that you may be interested in. If you're not familiar, it is there. Yes, I am still... Hey, subscribe to my YouTube channel, because, it's, having subscribers motivates me to actually make video. Anyways, no, but do eat soup. If you like soup, it's delicious. It's a good food. And, speaking of, I should probably go cook dinner. So I'm gonna finish these 2 bookshelves off stream, and then next time we'll actually get to paint this. Which I'm very excited about. I think it's gonna be stinking cute. I can't believe I wasn't subscribed already, says Eddie. Oh, thank you for the sub. Thank you. I hope you enjoy my channel. It's real silly. I'm terrible at doing the self-promo, but that being said... Friday the 13th, the shop is updating. We're gonna have some cool new stuff. Hoping that the lighting will be real good tomorrow so I can do some cheeky product photography. And yeah. Samantha says, to be honest, I think there is a lot of crossover between the sort of guy who would feel intimidated by a partner who's as smart or smarter as him, the type of guy who wants a domestic servant, not a partner. Just hire a cleaner. Anyways. Just get a Roomba. Just put googly eyes on a Roomba. Anyways, so yeah, I'm gonna finish just drawing these books in off stream, because I really need to go cook dinner, because I've just seen the time. But I've had a really lovely time hanging out with y'all. I think this piece is gonna be cozy. I hope this piece is gonna be cozy. I'm gonna try and make it cozy. Sledge says, wait, I could have had a domestic servant? No. You're stuck with me. I'm sorry. Anyways. So glad I came by today, says Eddie. Always great seeing you. Lovely to see you too. Big bless. Thanks for the stream. Have a good meal, says Many Distractions. Thank you. And I hope y'all have a lovely evening as well. Stop streaming and make me some tea, says Sledge. If you're gonna be like that, you can make it yourself. Anyways. I know, he's kidding, by the way. My partner is lovely and makes a delicious, delicious soda bread. Anyways, I'm going to find somebody for us to do a little raid on. Where is my raid thingies and stuff screen? There, okay. I'll be back on Thursday painting this in. I think it's going to be a nice time. I'm going to send us off on a little raid to someone. Ooh, okay. I'm gonna just make sure that this person isn't just about to finish, but assuming that they're not, and I'll pop a raid message on in just a second. I just want to make sure that they are not just about to finish. And I don't think they're just about to finish. Looks like they're still working on some stuff. Oh, they're doing something fun too. Okay, so we're gonna go raid Greyshale. I'm gonna pop a raid message in the chat as best as I can. Popping some little ananas popping in. And if you have the emotes, if you're subbed, feel free to grab the emotes. If you are not subbed, you can just say generic raid message, depend whatever cool emotes you do have. It's been wonderful hanging out with you today. Sorry this outro has taken me so gosh dang long. But it's been lovely to hang with y'all, and I hope you have a wonderful week. I will be back on Thursday. See you around the internet in the meantime, I am sure. But have a wonderful one, everyone. Thank you so much for hanging out with me, and have a good evening, and goodbye, and good night. Okay, where's that mute button? Good night, everybody.